Hello! Hi guys, welcome back to One Man's Junk. Alright folks, we have a lovely episode lined up for you today. So I have been a bit busy with the auctions. They are very time consuming, but I've always got time for you guys. So we have a lovely bumper episode lined up. I'm going to be opening up a lot of action figures, collectibles. It's some items that I have bought over the last few weeks. I've been dying to open them, but I've been saving them so that we can open them together. So without further ado, let's have a look at what we got. Blammo! Have a look at that! Wow! What a nice little assortment. So you're going to notice we've got the Tron. It's the light cycle here. I got it really cheap. The card's beat up. It might even have been resealed, but I don't have this modern Tron Legacy light cycle, so that's great. That's going to go with my Tomy ones here. I got another Scare Glow. It's a reaction. I do have a loose one, but this one here, the bubble's been messed with, so we're happily going to rip that one open. And, I got a brand new Realm of the Underworld. So this was meant to be, I think it was meant to be the New York Comic Con exclusive, but unfortunately that was cancelled. So I reached out to Mike and I was lucky enough to pick one up. So this is the Purple Jewel Smuggler. Great one, great one. How about this one here? Yes. Again, it's glow in the dark, it's Scare Glow, it's the Undertaker, it's the WWE Masters of the Universe tie-in line. I personally have no interest whatsoever in WWF or WWE, but I had to get this one because of course it's, in the Scare Glow mold, and it's even got the Scare Glow weapon but in a different color. It's purple, so that's going to be awesome. And finally, check this one out here. It's almost a shame to open it up. The box is in lovely condition, but it is my hero, my absolute favorite. It's David Bowie, action figure form. So I gotta open it and put it on the shelf. Alright, so without further ado, let's rip these bad boys open. I'm sure I've mentioned this before. I generally don't keep the packaging, so I'm not going to be easy on it. I'm just going to rip it right open. Let's see what we got. Right. Okay, this is really cool. It's very similar to the old style Tommy ones. So this is going to fit in nicely with the red and yellow one here. And I believe it lights up. There you go, it lights up. Still works, so that's great. And another one for the Tron Legacy collection. Let's have a look here. So this, of course, this is David Bowie from Labyrinth movie by Jim Henson. This is, it's a pretty cool looking figure. One of my favorite movies growing up. If you haven't seen it, I don't know what you're waiting for. It's definitely worth a watch, especially if you have children. Okay, so here we go. We've got David Bowie from the Labyrinth, the Goblin King, with a little goblin sidekick. So definitely a cool figure, like that. Let's open the Scare Glow here. Again, it's the bubble here. It's been cut open, not by me. Basically, the person I bought it from, he's a big customizer. And what he did was he opened it so that he could take a cast of the staff. And if you're wondering why, I'm about to show you. So here we have this lovely reaction. It's a modern Scare Glow figure. It's packaged with this his weapon here, his accessory. This kind of axe here, it's in green. And look, it came with a little custom glow-in-the-dark one as well. So, boom, check that out. We got Scare Glow, he's double-fisted. Alright, and then finally, let's open up this Undertaker here. This is actually quite a tricky figure to pick up. I had to buy it off of eBay. I was hunting for it for a while in the stores. I had a few people looking out for them as well, but unfortunately with not much luck. So I just caved and I bought one off of eBay for a very reasonable price. I think it's gone up again, so it's a good thing I bought it when I did, and let's open him up. Alright, so he's a pretty cool looking figure. He's obviously glow in the dark. It's kind of like, the Scare Glow pattern right here. And he also comes with this harness here, which looks a lot like the Triclops harness but of course it is in black, but I'm not interested in that. This is what I'm interested in. It's the Scare Glow accessory, but like I said, it's in a purple color, so that's really cool. We're playing about with that. And of course, like I said, he glows in the dark, so where else is he going to go but on the glow in the dark shelf corner. Welcome back to action figure identification. Okay, we'll start off with a nice easy one here. It's so easy just because it is fairly common. It comes from Galoob Infaceables, and the reason why it's so common is because it was packaged with every single figure within that line. So chances are you probably own one or you will come across one. Okay, here's another really good one. They kind of look a little odd, very difficult to identify unless you know exactly what they are and you are hunting them, as I was. So these are actually from Kenner Centurions. It was packaged with one of the assault weapons, the detonator, and actually each one clips onto a cannon from that assault weapon. So definitely two very good pieces and actually pretty hard to come by. Here's a really interesting one. A nice chrome axe accessory. This one actually is undamaged, which is great. It does tend to damage very easily. Usually the handle is broken off, but this is not the case for this one. It was packaged with quite a few knockoff figures, but the main one that I associate it with would be the robotic radio, which was of course a really well made knockoff of Transformers Blaster. These three don't look like much, but they are definitely three great new additions to my mini plastic companion collection, which of course includes the Ghostbuster Ghosts, Ninja Turtle companions. These are in fact Tribbles from classic Star Trek original series, The Trouble with Tribbles, and these were packaged with Playmates Captain Kaluth. Here's a great one that I found at the bottom of a dig bin. Just looks like a broken piece of red plastic, but from experience I've seen it before. You see that little piece right here? Helps me identify it, and this is actually an army ant accessory. It's one of the backpacks actually. Here's an interesting one that turns up from time to time. Very hard to identify. There's no markings on it, no stampings, no year, nothing. The color looks very similar to Battle Beast weapons, but I can tell you for a fact it is not a Battle Beast weapon. In fact, it comes from New Adventures of He-Man, and it was from the Astro Sub, which when you open up the back has a nice little weapons cache, which includes this one. Here's a nice, simple, plain looking little revolver, but it's not just some generic accessory, it's actually from Kenner Police Academy, and it was packaged with Tackleberry. Here's a cool little robotic fist. You may own one, you may have seen one, you may not know what it comes from. Well, I can tell you that it is in fact from GoBots, and it was packaged with the power suits. So the power suits, you could form them together along with the spaceship. Courageous would be one of them. You can add the power suits and you can make it into a combiner. Here's a cool one. It's a red rocket backpack. Not many markings on it, if any. In fact, there is none. But as soon as I saw it, I recognized it. And it's something that I mentioned recently. Yes, it's the backpack for Arco Robot Zone. Okay, and finally, let's end with a bang. Look at these really cool looking badges. These were actually a gift from a really good buddy, somebody who's actually a part of the BOD, Toys for Suckers. Really important part, we really appreciate him. You should check him out also on Instagram. His name is Mike Dye, and he actually designs and sells these phenomenal pin badges. And look who it is. It's my absolute favorite. It is Warlord, and you've even got a Remco Warrior Beast. You've got Gecko. All right, guys, it's that time again. It's time for Finds of the Day. All right, so let's have a look at these finds of the day. I got some really spectacular finds. They're all going to be going into my collection. It's all items I'm very excited to pick up, and some of them I've been looking for quite a while actually. So we got this one here. I've had the top part before, but I didn't realize that it was part of a gumball. So this is actually a vintage Ghostbusters. It's from what, 1984. It's a gumball machine. It's in lovely condition, and you fill in the gumballs from the bottom, and then you just pull the lever here and it gives you one gumball at a time. But definitely a great little piece, and definitely another piece for my Ghostbuster collection. Okay, so these next items here, while they're not truly spectacular in terms of rarity or their value, it's something that I'm very happy to add to my collection. And actually, I did mention a few episodes that I'd be on the hunt for them, so I'm happy to present. Well, we just saw this. This is the light cycle. You might remember this one here. I opened it a few weeks ago from the package here. Of course, this is Tron Legacy. Well, wouldn't you believe it? I put the word out there and, well, I found them. I got an action figure here, which should go inside here, but he probably won't. Here, he's supposed to go in there. I found another action figure from the same line. And, wouldn't you believe it, I was on a great run. I even found these two little mini die-cast ones as well that fit in with this series here. So really happy with that. And finally, I found this little guy. I don't know what he's doing. He's supposed to be falling, he's dancing, he's doing the splits, but that was another one. So really happy with that. And again, now my Tron Legacy collection, I think I'm going to call it quits at this point. I think that's enough of a start. Okay, and finally, here is some items that I am very pleased to add to my collection. Not just because a new installment within the franchise just came out, but also because it's one of my favorite movies when I was a child. I thought the soundtrack was great, and of course it's starring one of my favorite actors, Keanu Reeves. Okay, so this was my Kenner Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure action figure collection, but with a little help from my friends, huge shout out to Ryan Gibbs and Big Nicholas Moorhead, I was able to add a few more items. So first up, I've got this speaker here, which for whatever reason, every speaker I pick up doesn't work, or perhaps I'm not plugging it in correctly, but we've got a speaker. Picked up this guy here, he's pretty tough, that's Billy the Kid, but unfortunately no bass guitar for him. I've got Abe Lincoln, he's very hard to come by. Unfortunately he's missing his hat, but I already had the piano, so he's looking good here. Sorry, I say piano, I think like synthesizer. Now this one here I'm very excited to add. This one here is complete, he's mint, he's never played with. That's because he was rescued from a ruined card, and this of course is the Grim Reaper. And look at that, he's got his guitar, how cool, and he's even got his scythe. So that is lovely, lovely piece. And finally, again, like I said, big thank you to Nicholas Moorhead for this one. These are the special edition ones. This was the box set. Alright, so have a look. How cool is that? What a great little set. So as far as I can tell, in terms of the action figures, I'm only missing Napoleon Bonaparte. Once I have Napoleon, then I have all the figures. Of course, I do still need the time elevator, but that's a really tricky piece to track down. Quite pricey too, but I will certainly be looking for it and hoping to score one soon. And as a little extra bonus, my buddy Ryan threw in this comic as well, so that's a great little backdrop for when I set these up in my display. So, very pleased with that. Some great items. I hope you guys enjoyed it. As always, please feel free to check me out every Tuesday. Facebook, the BOD, Toys for Suckers, 7 p.m. Eastern. We do a live auction every week. Guys, thanks again for watching. Make sure to share the video and subscribe if you haven't already. Thanks again. Thanks guys. Bye now.